Assalamualikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Sisters, I hope you're all doing well in the best state of Iman and health. Today, inshallah ta'ala, we will look into dua number 30. So let's look into the dua. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Rabbi zidni ilma, Rabbi zidni ilma, Rabbi zidni ilma. Allahumma faqihna fid din, Allahumma faqihna fid din, Allahumma faqihna fid din. Allahumma la sahla illa ma ja'altahu sahla wa anta taj'alul huzna idha shi'ta sahla. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Bismillahilladzi la yadurru ma'a ismihi shay'un fil ardi wala fis samai wa huwa as-sami'ul 'alim. So this is your dua number 13. Let's look into the pronunciation part of this dua. The first two words, Bismillahilladzi. Now you can put me a question that Ustada, you have told us that whenever you find the lam of Allah, the name of Allah present in the text, my lam should be law. It should be thick, it should be fat when I'm reciting. But when you are reciting here, you said Bismillahilladzi. You did not say Bismillahilladzi. Now understand the tajweed rule behind the lam. Okay, now I'm going to tell you a tajweed rule. So for students who are already doing the tajweed or who know tajweed, they can understand and relate to it. For someone who is new to it, you can just write down, pen down, so that you are able to remember this further moving on. Okay, now for lam, to recite thick, to recite it fat, there are two conditions that it should satisfy. First is the name of Allah or the text conveying the meaning of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, like Allahumma, correct, should be present. Now if you look into the dua, is the word Allah present? Yes, it is present over there. First condition is satisfied, tick mark. Okay, second condition is before the tajdeed of lam. Now if you look into the text, lam is having tajdeed, correct? Before it is mim. If the letter which is coming before lam is having zabar, that is fatha, or pesh, that is dhamma. If it is having either zabar or pesh, then you should be reading thick, like Allahumma. If you look into that word Allahumma, what is happening? Before lam, alif is coming, and with alif there is fatah. So the second condition is before lam, any word which is coming should carry, any letter that is coming should carry either fatah, that is zabar, or pesh. If the word is not carrying zabar or pesh, like in this case, if you look here, lam is before word letter is mim, and mim is having zair. So whenever there is zair, that is kasra, before the lam letter, then you need to recite it thin, plain. Don't thick it. Okay, don't make it fat. So that is the reason we will read Bismillah. So both the conditions should satisfy for lam to be read as law. If either of the condition is not present, if for example if it is satisfying, in this case first condition is satisfying, second condition is not satisfied, we will not read it as law, we will read it as la. So I hope you all understood the lam rule here. And just simply remember, for all the newbies, just simply remember that it is Bismillahilladzi. Okay, don't read it as Bismillahilladzi, it is Bismillahilladzi. La yadurru, do is present over here. I have mentioned number of times that this is not za or da, it is do. And I have given the example that try listening to Suratul Fatiha of your favorite Qari reciter, and you will understand that they will recite it as Dolin in the end. Same is applied here. La yadurru ma'asmihi, it is not ma'asmihi. If you read ma'asmihi, you are interchanging ayn with alif. So we are not here to change any words, so we will be reading as ma'asmihi. Shay'un fil ardi, ardi, again do is present over here. ولا في السماء وهو السميع العليم. It is Sami'ul Alim, it is not Sami'ul Alim. Again, if you are reading Sami'ul Alim, you are interchanging Ain with Alif. So we will avoid that and read it as Sami'ul Alim. So coming to the pronunciation, here you need to focus on mainly on Da and Ain. Otherwise, inshallah ta'ala, there will be no problems as such, as I feel, in the practice and recitation of this dua. Moving ahead, we will look into the translation of this dua. The translation is, in the name of Allah, with whose name nothing is harmed on earth nor in the heavens, and He is the all-hearing, the all-knowing. Now if you look into this dua, you understand one aspect of Iman. What is one of the pillar of Iman is believing that everything that is happening to us today, that has happened to us and that will happen to us in future, is all written in the divine decree. So whatever good reaches you or whatever difficulty reaches you, it is by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If today, for example, you lost something, or you got hurt, or you lost some money, anything, know that anything that comes to us, good or difficulty, it is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This dua reminds us of the same. The first 3 lines of the dua, 2 to 3 lines, reminds us of the same, that nothing can reach to us except by the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So we all need to remember this, because whenever difficulty comes, we become so negative over a period of time that this is my bad luck, this thing has brought me bad luck, I should put amulets around the house, I should hang stuff here and there. So all of these things come. Yes, evil eye is correct, evil eye is true, definitely, but there are also ways to deal with it. You have your last 3 khul, you have your Ayatul Kursi. There are so many authentic duas to deal with evil eye, to ward it off. But when people become superstitious, that okay, this has happened to me because I bought this dress, this has happened to me because I did not wake up at certain time, I did this, I did that. So do not become one of these kind of people. Know that whatever is reaching you is by the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So moving ahead on with the translation, with the benefits of this dua. We have seen the translation, we have understood that this dua helps us to strengthen our iman. Let's look into the benefit of this dua. It was narrated that Abban ibn Uthman Raziyallahu ta'ala anha said, narrating from Uthman ibn Affan Raziyallahu ta'ala anha, who said, I heard Messenger of Allah sallallahu alayhi wasallam saying, whoever says this dua 3 times will not be stricken with a sudden affliction until morning comes, and whoever says them when morning comes will not be stricken with a sudden affliction until evening comes. So this dua is also a means of protection to you, and protection from everything, sudden affliction, everything that comes to you. And this dua needs to be recited morning and evening azkar 3 times. Remember to recite it 3 times, morning and evening. And one of the benefits, when you are reading 6 times a day this dua, it will help you to memorize it as well easily. And also the words present in this dua are pretty easy, inshallah. There will be no difficulty. So a new dua is added to your routine. Whatever duas you have learned before until now, every day how many ever times you need to recite and what times and what dua, keep enlisting it and keep reading it, inshallah. The more you read it in morning and evening azkar time, it will be easy for you to memorize and remember as well. So I have also mentioned the reference of this dua. So for today's class, this is it. If you have any doubts, if you have any difficulty to memorize the dua or any other dua, please let me know, so that inshallah I can help you to memorize the same. That's all for today. Jazakallah khair. Barakallahu feekum. Assalamualikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.